Kxo El Centro.
Hi, I'm Mike Ann with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Super Bowl week kicked off in Las Vegas with Super Bowl opening night. Both teams met with the media, and Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes talked about what back-to-back Lombardi trophies would mean for Kansas City.
Being able to win back-to-back Super Bowls is special. There's like a small group of teams that have been able to do that. And so I think for us, it's just to prove that we can do it.
In other news, Commissioner Roger Goodell announced the Eagles would host a Week 1 game in Brazil on Friday, September 6th. Now, the Eagles' opponent, along with kickoff time, is going to be announced closer to when the 2024 NFL schedule is revealed in spring. Meanwhile, the Falcons formally introduced head coach Raheem Morris. He was 21-30 in 4 seasons as an NFL coach. And the Commanders introduced their new head man, Dan Quinn, with Kingsbury, their new offensive coordinator. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure that you'll get your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
And Jackson Hewitt also guarantees the accuracy of your return for life.
Hewitt!
So don't just sit there. For your biggest refund guaranteed, walk into a Jackson Hewitt today and dance out Jackson Hewitt!
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It is a Tuesday, the 6th day of February, 2024. And in the newsroom, Gene Brister, I'm Carroll, and we're going to bring you news and information you can use, right?
Yes, we're going to bring you good morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Could be a wet one.
Well, the National Weather Service says chance of precipitation 100%. We've already had some.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, not a lot. Apparently, the north end got some pretty good showers, but in the south end, at least around El Centro, it was more of a mist.
A mist? Okay.
Yes.
Well, that sounds rather mystic.
I think so. Or mystic. Could be. Yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Tuesday must be rain day. And, well, we adjust. The good thing is we're not getting hit nearly as bad as L.A., Orange County, even San Diego County, into Riverside, San Bernardino, as for the most part, apparently this atmospheric river has stayed a little bit to the north of Imperial County.
Well, so how did we get this atmospheric river? Remember we were talking about
I think Punxsutawney Phil named it.
You know what? That's probably, he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
So that's probably Punxsutawney Phil is probably the one that's at blame.
Yep. Oh, well.
There you go, Phil.
Yeah, it's, Phil's got a lot on his shoulders, with the weather predictions and everything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, so. Rather wet affair.
Okay, and I don't know if you noticed for our YouTube subscribers, I'm wearing my Oregon Duck hat today, just because it's used to the rain.
Yeah. Now, if I put what hat on that was significant about used to the rain, it would be no hat at all.
Yes, I think so. Okay, how about some birthdays? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, do you remember Mamie Van Doren?
No.
Supposedly an actress, but it wasn't her acting ability. Mamie Van Doren is 93 today.
Okay. And what was her
attributes?
Yeah.
Yes. Rather busty.
Okay.
Okay. Blonde.
Blonde, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Actor Mike Farrell is 85. Tom Brokaw, 84. Fabian is 81. Actor Michael Tucker, 79. Actor John Walmsley is 68. Actor Kathy Najimy is 67. Drummer Simon Phillips of Toto, 67. Actor, director Robert Townsend is 67. Actor Barry Miller, 66. Actor Megan Gallagher is 64. Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses is 62. Other birthdays today include actor Josh Stewart, 47. Actor Ben Lawson, 44. Actor Crystal Reed, 39. Actor Anna Diop is 36. Local birthdays, we've got them. We have happy birthday wishes today for Terry Rivera, Brenda Cotto, Evelyn Sanchez, Tony Mungia, Barbara Colas, Adele Berkuch, Noah Mungia, Tyler Trujillo, Burl Hammond, Frank Pacheco, Kevin Richmond, Mary Greer, Frank Rodriguez, Ray Morales, Susan Miller, Tony Ojeda, Millie Roussel, Mia Cajigas, and Ariana Aviles. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and you have met Dickens, right?
I have met him more than one occasion.
Okay, well, Dickens is a standard poodle, 14 weeks old, and just want to kind of give a shout out to Desert Veterinary Group, Dr. Satow, and the crew. Dickens got his shots yesterday, so Dickens can now go out in public.
Did he cry?
And he's ready. Oh, he is. Well, you've met him. You know, he's a sweet dog. He very affectionate.
But did he cry?
No, he did not.
Okay, that's good.
He did not cry. And
no cry club.
No, he got 2 shots, and he just like a soldier. So we will have Dickens for about another 2 weeks, and then he goes to Seattle, where his real puppy raiser is. We're just fostering him until she's ready for the pup.
Oh, that's cool.
So anyway, we may have a chance to get Dickens out and around, and probably try and get him out in the rain a little bit because, like I said, he's going to Seattle. He better get used to rain.
Yeah, hopefully he already has been introduced a little bit, huh?
Yes, he has.
That's good.
At first he didn't like it, then he got used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And, poodles, they're really not French. They're called French poodles. They were developed in Germany. And they are water dogs. Yes, they are. They do like water. Yep. Okay. We're ready for news if you are. I'm ready. Okie dokie. Oh, well, I was. Yeah, well. Carrot royalty is coming up, too, by the way. Just thought I'd tell you. I can hardly wait. Right now, we've got a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial Valley since 1991.
CBS News special report. A federal appeals court in Washington, D.C. has just ruled former President Trump can be put on trial in a case charging him with plotting to overturn the 2020 election. Correspondent Scott McFarlane is outside the courthouse.
Let me read one key excerpt from this 50-plus page ruling. It says, for the purpose of this criminal case, former President Trump has become Citizen Trump, with all of the defenses of any other criminal defendant. Any executive immunity that may have protected him while he served as president no longer protects him against this prosecution.
CBS's Jan Crawford says Mr. Trump still has several options. If his appeal reaches the nation's highest court,
I see no way that Donald Trump can get to 5 votes in this Supreme Court, which means the question of whether or not Trump is going to stand trial for January 6th is not if, it's a question of when.
Jan expects to be early as this spring. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news. The rain isn't falling as hard as yesterday, but it's still falling in many areas.
6 to 11 inches of rain have fallen across this region. An atmospheric river system will continue to bring periods of rain with a chance of thunderstorms through Tuesday.
LA Fire Chief Kristen Crowley. More than 300 mudslides reported in Los Angeles, with areas experiencing flooded roadways, downed trees, and power lines. PG&E's Paul Moreno says at one point more than 1 million Northern California residents were without electricity. Crews out on the ground trying to restore it to everyone.
With this widespread storm, we have many hundreds, if not thousands, of cases of trees into power lines or tree branches into power lines and downed poles as well as power lines.
3 men have died in Northern California, all from fallen trees. One got trapped inside a Santa Cruz home. The other two crushed in their backyards. State Attorney General reminding everyone that price gouging during a state of emergency is illegal and includes housing, gas, food, and other essentials. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure that you'll get your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
And Jackson Hewitt also guarantees the accuracy of your return for life.
Hewitt!
So don't just sit there. For your biggest refund guaranteed, walk into a Jackson Hewitt today and dance out Jackson Hewitt! Yeah!
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley. At the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at El Centro Motors.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, the carrot royalty is to be met. In fact, they were introduced, and George Gale filed this story.
This year's queen is Mia Hernandez. The court consists of Junior Princess Heaven Zen and Princess Tanya Barajas. The Citizen of the Year Award was presented to Helen Wilson. This year's Grand Marshal Award, it was presented to Phyllis and Thomas Loon. Carrot Festival activities will resume Wednesday with the Carrot Cookery Contest for Little Chef and Junior Chef divisions, and continue Thursday night with the Adult Chef Division. Cookery events are hosted by the Women's Club of Hopeville at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Friday night is the Carrot Festival kickoff concert. Saturday is the street fair starting at 8 a.m. and the parade at 10 a.m. The street fair continues on Sunday. The Carrot Carnival Midway will run from Thursday through Sunday. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Sim Shakir Daniels has been sentenced. He has entered a guilty plea for robbing the Sun Community Credit Union in Hopeville and a Bank of the West in La Mesa. Both robberies occurred in January of 2022. The robberies happened a day apart. Daniels was sentenced to 57 months in federal prison for the robberies. The serial robber had served time for robbing the La Mesa Bank in 2011. He was arrested the same day he had robbed the La Mesa Bank last year. Daniel's brother, Akeem, is also serving time for several bank robberies. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net El Centro Motors mobile service vans. What a great idea.
In other local news, the county supervisors meet today, being Tuesday. Here's more on that story.
It is a regular board meeting. They will begin with several special presentations. A board will be asked to proclaim February as Career Technical Education Month. They'll be asked to proclaim the week of February 7th through the 14th as National Marriage Week. The supervisors will recognize the Calipatria girls volleyball team for the CIF volleyball title. They will recognize Cristina Tirado as the Employee of the Month for December 2023. And they will recognize employees for their February milestone anniversaries. A board will discuss the 2024 board and chair appointments. They will discuss the meeting structure according to the Board of Supervisors Rules of Conduct. Supervisors will discuss their appointment to the Imperial Valley Healthcare District. They will discuss purchasing and installing an algae control system at Weast Lake. They will also discuss an emergency declaration for the recent storm damages. The board meeting will be in the board chambers at the Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A special meeting for the Imperial Valley Healthcare District was held on Friday. During the meeting, the new board members were sworn in. The board was then organized. The first board president for the new healthcare district is Catherine Burnworth, representing the city of Imperial. The vice president is Laura Goodsell of the city of Hopeville. The secretary of the board is Arturo Proctor of El Centro, and the treasurer is Donald Medart with the Kashan Indian tribe. Also on the board is Enola Berger, representing Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, Rodolfo Valdez of the Heffernan Memorial Healthcare District, and the member representing Ocotillo or Sealy, who has not yet been appointed by the County Board of Supervisors. The new healthcare district was formed by state legislation and will cover all of Imperial County. The next board meeting will be held on February the 8th. The meeting takes place, but it has not been determined where that place will be. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's page 2 of the local news with weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour daily, 3 p.m. till 6 p.m.
Continuing with more local news this morning, the Brawley City Council will meet today. Here's more on that story.
The council will have a full agenda, including possible action on the budget. Other agenda items include discussion and possibly revising the draft ordinance concerning noise issues, and discuss and possibly take action on the funding for the creation of a code enforcement officer and code enforcement division. Meeting will be in the council chambers of the Brawley City Council. It'll be called to order this evening at 6 p.m. For KXL Local News, I'm George Gale.
The county and cities are to provide sand and sandbags in preparation for potential rainfall. In anticipation, the county of Imperial and cities, El Centro, Calipatria, and Calexico, are making sand and sandbags available to the public to help protect properties from flooding. Residents can obtain sand and sandbags at the following locations across the county. Imperial County Fire Department facilities, Tuesday, 8 a.m. to sundown. The fire station number 2, 1078 Dogwood Road in Heber. Fire station number 5, 112 Highway 78 in Palo Verde. Fire station 7, that's at 8071 Luxor Avenue in Nyland. And fire station number 8, that's 518 Railroad Avenue in Winter Haven. Also, the city of Calipatria from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the city of Calipatria is providing a self-serving of sandbags at the Public Works Yard. That's 525 South Sorensen Avenue. There is a limit of 10 bags per household. For more information, please call 760-348-2222. And finally, Imperial Irrigation District directors meet this week. George Gale filed this story.
But it will not be on Tuesday. IID board meeting will be on Wednesday, February 7th. Most of the items are on the consent agenda, with only 2 items on the action agenda. Directors will be asked to adopt a resolution recognizing Engineers Week. Second item is to consider a change on the April 16th meeting. In closed session, board will hold a conference with legal counsel, and they will conduct a public employee performance evaluation for the internal auditor. The meeting, Wednesday, will be called to order at 1 p.m., when will be held at Condon Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
Here's George Gale with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says showers and isolated thunderstorms are expected today and tomorrow as abundant moisture moves into the desert Southwest ahead of a strong Pacific low-pressure system. Some areas may see over an inch of rain through midweek. Conditions will remain relatively moist through the weekend, with additional chances for occasional showers each day. A warming trend is anticipated by the weekend, though temperatures will remain below normal. Yesterday's high, 66, the overnight low, 52. Today, showers and thunderstorms are possible. Look for a high near 66. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast. Winds could gust as high as 20%. The chance of precipitation, 100%, with new rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible. They will be higher if those thunderstorms develop. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low around 49. West-southwest wind 10 to 15, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. A 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high near 66. South-southeast wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest in the afternoon. Those winds could gust as high as 35 miles an hour. 55 degrees, 80% relative humidity, wind out of the north-northeast 5 to 7 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Do you hate the way your floors look? Carpet worn out, wood plank is fading, or vinyl discoloring? Now at Dermis Floor Covering is a Love Your Floors promotion with 0% interest up to 24 months on approved credit with savings on Shaw Floors, Correctic Floors, and Anderson Tough Tech Floors. Stop by Dermis Floor Covering today at the corner of Highway 86 and J Street in Imperial and see everything Dermis has to offer and all the different flooring from carpet, vinyl, and plank. It's time to love your floors again. Stop by Dermis Floor Covering today.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Lakers got by the Hornets 124-118. Mavericks topped the 76ers 118-102. Meanwhile, Cavaliers clubbed the Kings 136-110. Warriors whipped the Nets 109-98. Clippers topped the Hawks 149-144. And Pelicans beat up on the Raptors 138-100. And college hoops, big upset. Kansas State topped Kansas 75-70.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
So you want to go to Super Bowl. You want to go to Las Vegas, right? Well, according to StubHub, the cheapest ticket currently available to get into Allegiant Stadium, $5,477. The average price of a ticket sold, $9,300. Yeah. And then try and find a room. Yeah, good luck. And speaking of the NFL, the Eagles will play in the first ever Brazil game, week 1 of the 2024 season. That's making the first NFL Friday game since 1970. Yeah, step all over the toes of high school football guys. Yeah, they really do appreciate that. And the Giants have hired a new defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen, will take over from Wink Martindale. And the Commanders, Eric Bieniemy is out in Washington after the team hires Cliff Kingsbury as their new offensive coordinator. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Let's talk Valentine's Day and the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturdays, closed on Sunday. And the Peanut Patch, what a great place for homemade chocolates. How about fresh English toffee? Made right there at the Peanut Patch. Pecan turtles. Well, the way to anyone's heart is through the Peanut Patch. You'll find things like yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. And don't forget, they have a great variety of gift packs. And these gift packs, they can be shipped to your friends and loved ones and your Valentine anywhere in the universe. The Peanut Patch. Give them a call or go online and order thepeanutpatch.com. It's the Peanut Patch, the perfect place for Valentine's shopping. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. And it's a look at financial news, a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. In the coming months, Meta will start adding AI-generated labels to images created by tools from Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Adobe, Midjourney, and Shutterstock. Meta Global Affairs President Nick Clegg said in a blog post today, Meta already applies a similar imagined with AI label to photorealistic images created with its own AI generator tool. And a blockbuster lawsuit by the U.S. government against Google's ad business will go to trial in September, according to a federal judge. The trial scheduled to begin September 9th. The lawsuit strikes at the core of Google's business. Advertising made up roughly $66 billion of the $86 billion in revenue reported by Google's parent company Alphabet in the most recent quarterly financial results the company released last week. And let's take a look at Wall Street. Rather mixed right now. The Dow up 70 points at 38,450. The S&P 500 up 61, actually 0.61 at 4,943. And the NASDAQ is holding at 15,574. That is down 23 points. Gold up $10.70 an ounce, while oil is up 48 cents per barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We'll have showers and possibly thunderstorms today. Look for a high temperature near 66. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. There is a 100% chance of precipitation, according to the National Weather Service. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible, except higher amounts possible if thunderstorms develop. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 49. West-southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. A 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high near 66. Southeast wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour at times. And we are holding at 55 degrees, 80% relative humidity in El Centro. The wind out of the north-northeast 5 to 7 miles an hour. Reports of sprinkles and even some showers in the valley already today. And that will just continue, as we certainly do expect rain. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, and you'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. A federal appeals court rules former President Trump can face trial on charges he plotted to overturn the 2020 election. CBS's Scott McFarland says the court rejected his claim of immunity.
For the purpose of this criminal case, former President Trump has become Citizen Trump, with all of the defenses of any other criminal defendant. Any executive immunity that may have protected him while he served as president no longer protects him against this prosecution. This ruling raises the prospect, if not the likelihood, the trial date for Donald Trump in this election subversion case goes back on the calendar as early as this spring.
FAA Chief Mike Whitaker tells Congress the agency will have more inspectors overseeing production at Boeing in the wake of the door panel blowout on a flight last month.
Going forward, we will have more boots on the ground, closely scrutinizing and monitoring production and manufacturing activities. Boeing employees are encouraged to use our FAA hotline to report any safety concerns.
The NTSB is set to release its preliminary findings today in that Alaska Airlines incident. Now to Southern California, where at least 3 deaths are blamed on the 2 major storms that rolled through. There's flooding and mudslide damage throughout the state. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is in Los Angeles.
We got, in some areas, 11 inches plus of rain over just 2 days. That's an incredible amount. The soil here just can't absorb it all. As a result, not only seeing those landslides and that vulnerability along with massive boulders coming down, but then imagine the trees that are anchored in this loose soil. The root system can't hold on. You've got some wind. In some cases, we saw 50-mile-per-hour gusts.
CBS's Cammie McCormick on a chilling new assessment about the hostages held in Gaza by Hamas.
The New York Times is reporting more than 1/5 of the remaining hostages are dead. It cites an assessment by the Israeli military. At least 32 of the remaining 136 hostages captured by Hamas on October 7th have died since the start of the war.
Country music mourns Toby Keith. Keith, who makes humor and patriotic fervor in many hits, died at 62. He talked with CBS affiliate KWTV about his stomach cancer a few weeks ago.
Cancer's a roller coaster, so it's like you just sit here and wait on it to go away. It may not ever go away. And if it goes in remission, it's still going to be in the back of your mind. You still have to do scans and stuff.
The Gambling Trade Group estimates nearly 68 million American adults, about 1 in 4, plan to bet on this year's Super Bowl. That would be a record. Wall Street's, right now the Dow is up about 55 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-temperature performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through March 4th, get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge or Edge High Mileage Full Synthetic and an oil filter for $36.99, only at AutoZone.
Claim based on sequence 3 H test versus API SP test limits.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's BABBEL.com.
A case involving a young child in the Deep South that sparked outrage has now been resolved.
A 10-year-old black child who publicly urinated near his own mother's car in Mississippi will no longer be required to serve 3 months probation and write a book report about the late Kobe Bryant. Lawyer Carlos Moore represents the family.
There is no pending case against this child in youth court any further. Judge Rusty Harlow found Quintavious Easton not to be a child in need of supervision.
A police officer in Senatobia, Mississippi saw the incident that happened while the boy's mother was in a lawyer's office. Video of the 10-year-old handcuffed in the back of a police car sparked nationwide outrage. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
From Iran comes word the country's oldest woman has died at age 125. Guinness Records people recognize a Spanish woman as the world's oldest person. She is set to turn 117 next month. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.